Segment is sponsored by Celeste Edmunds. We have a very special guest. Meet Celeste Edmunds, Executive Director of the Christmas Box International, who's transforming lives in only a way that she knew that she could. Celeste, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, before we dive into your book, because I want to hear all about it, and of course I have a soft spot for children, so what you're doing is just incredible. Tell me about what the Christmas Box International is really fast.
So we take in children at our emergency shelters who are taken into state custody for abuse or neglect or trafficking or homelessness, and they stay with us for about 2 weeks to a month. We take the whole child, age 0 to 18, so we can keep brothers and sisters together. And that's just an emergency shelter time before they go to their next placement, either home under a safety plan or with a foster family or maybe a grandparent that can take them for a while.
We need just more people like you. It just, oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here and writing your book and doing what you're doing. How has your journey really influenced what you're doing?
Well, I was one of those kids. And I didn't get to keep my brother and sister. I lost them because we didn't have a place that could keep us all together. And so it's beyond personal for me. I always say it's going to be my legacy next to raising my children. So my memoir gives people an opportunity to meet the kids because they would normally you never meet the children. They're in state custody. And so my story is moving every 6 months with my things in a garbage bag and then eventually being adopted. Not till actually I was an adult. So it's National Adoption Month, and I want kids in foster care to know that even at age 26, even at age 30, it's never too late to find your home.
And then no matter where you are, you were loved and you were worthy, and that there are people like you that you went through what you went through so that you can make a difference in other children's lives.
You're not the garbage or the items that you throw into that sack. You get to grow up and be successful like anybody else can.
Oh, I just have this big smile on my face. Well, tell us about the role of compassionate individuals and how it makes a huge difference.
So I believe that it's in the smallest acts of kindness that usually the greatest impact is made. And that's either a hi, how was your day, or you matter, or just reminding people that it isn't you, it's what happened to you that shapes our experiences. And so I think asking the question, what happened to you, rather than what's wrong with you, is a perfect example of shifting kind of our narrative on how we speak to people, especially kids that are in foster care.
Well, and you're giving them a voice of confidence to be able to use what they have gone through to do something better in their life. And then hopefully one day they can be in your shoes writing this book and helping others. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to find in your book.
So just alert, it is graphic in the beginning. It is my memoir. I was put into care at about 7 through the age of 15. I moved every 6 months. I lived in about 32 cities by the time I was 16. But don't feel bad, I have a huge appreciation for world travel. And it's just about that experience. If I stayed in a drug rehabilitation center, or I lived on the street, or I was in a foster home or with a family member, what that insight is like when you're really in it. I want people to understand the 500,000 children in foster care in the United States, 2,000 of which are in Utah. So who are they? How do they feel? What does that look like? What do things mean when I go into someone's home and I'm a stranger? And I have to ask to borrow things all the time because I've never had anything new. So at the Christmas Box International, we take all new items. We're in the middle of our Project ELF campaign. And so we invite people to come and help, donate time, money, things off our wish list, whatever feels meaningful to you, because again, these kids have never had anything new.
Well, Celeste, thank you so much for being here. You can go to Amazon to buy her book, and thank you so much for sharing all that you're doing and what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.